So this is the fourth part, and by the third part somebody hacked my telephone. I see it was finished, and I must now continue what they blocked. I was finished in the third part that they must created many central banks. Now I make the circle in a tabella. The tabella, this is the state or a country, and here is over the country the parliament, and these are the 10 big committees with central bank. Central bank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And every central bank have a print house, and there they can print money. And I was finished there that there is a computer on the print house. When you go enter the print house where they print money, and on the computer are written on the computer how many money they must print in one committee for the people, how many workers are there that they must print money, and the tax, 10% tax, go always back in the central bank. The central bank have here the 10% tax what go back, and the computer say we print now 10,000 people work there, so we must print now for 10,000 workers in the moment, and they must calculate the computer how many tax they go back, 10%, and how many will then enter back. The computer must calculate exactly how many money go back, enter in the cassa, and there is written. And I was finished, and they deleted what I said, but I will say now, this is a computer. And for the computer must be a very big book, a book with paper. Because everyone can hack at a computer, everyone can manipulate the computer. Lot of evil people exist, because I see them exactly, who not learn, who not work, who just hack at computer system and steal so money. And manipulated the börse and make every shit, and I become rich. So, and this is a criminal act for God. Allah and Moses forbid to steal money, and will never forgive someone who hack. A hacker is a criminal who steal money, but they can make it. And because they can make it, there was also on the bank a very big book, and every month, from the small parliament in a committee, the 5 committee minister must go there with the Bürgermeister, and must write what the computers say in every month on the first day. The computer say we have now in this month so many workers, we must print so many money, and the computer say in the cassa will be back next month with tax, so many money must go back next month in the cassa from the 10%. So, and the next month, this they must write in the book with 2 witnesses. And in the next month, because the computer say, next month we must have from the tax so many money back. And then next month some people go control it with the Bürgermeister. This they must control it every month and wrote in books. And then the computer say, we not have so many as written in the book, so many money tax back in the cassa, then somebody hacked the system or steal it. And then they can call the police. And this is very important that they must write in books this every month, because somebody can hack the system and steal it. And now I will declare one big, not so big, but one failure, I don't know what is failure, fault in English. One fault I was made in German language by the Agrarplan, that 10% must go back, but is from 1,000 euro, 10% is not 10 euro, is 100 euro. This I make a fault, but 10% must go back. So when people work here and every people become the money for their working or social money, and then the computer say, but when he is a big worker with diploma, he must earn 7,000 money, and 10% is not 70, is 700, 100. And 700 go back in the Kassa, who earn 3,000 money as a normal worker without diploma. He must pay back 300 in the Kassa, and who not work become social money must 1,000 euro become and just pay back 100 in the Kassa. And who is a pensioner, the pensioner become between 2,000 and 3,000 euro. It's depend how many years they work and in which things they work as a normal worker or as a diplomat. And they also pay 10% back. And this is very important that the computer not can be hacked. They must buy every central bank also a book what they every month controlled on the first day and wrote there that the computer say we have now so many money in the Kassa, so many must we print next month for the workers, and back must come, the computer can calculate it, from the 10% must back come maybe 1,000 or 1,000 euro, and then it's just 800 euro next month. They can see somebody was steal so many euro because it's not turned back, and then they can call the police. Where is the money? Maybe they steal it from the Kassa or somebody was hacked. Therefore they need this book, and every month they must write it also, not just the computer to use it. Now this is the system, but now I will show you. I make four tax class. Now a lot of tax class exist, but I make just 4, and it's very easy. This tax class is calculated in the computer system. How many people work in this class, how many people work as a pensioner, how many people is a social money who not work, and how many people have diploma or a simply worker. And this computer registered this, and then the computer know how many money must he print next month for the worker and social and pensioner. The fourth class, tax class, is, I make now here, the first one in Germany is Beamte. Beamte who study and learn, who have a diploma, or who work as a doctor or work in a state. This is Beamte. They become exactly 7,000 euro every month. Who have diploma or as a doctor or work in a state as in a parliament, they must become every month 7,000 euro who have a bigger school. And from the 7,000 euro, the computer know exactly in this committee we have so many Beamte status. So the computer and the central bank print every month for these workers who earn 7,000 euro exactly this money, and 10% turn back in the Kassa. This is 700 pro Kopf, pro face. And the computer say we must turn back for these people so many euro next month in the Kassa. This is the first tax class, Beamte, who have schools or diploma and who work as a doctor or nurse or as in the state, in the parliament. They become 7,000. But they can, because they study, they can use free the hotels and traveling free. And for everyone, every people, is the bills free, the water is free, the electricity is free, everything is free, they not must pay it. And therefore is written, I tell you now a parable what I was wrote in my books, because the mental sick evildoer not understand what I wrote. In Josiah 53 is Jesus, and after Jesus are dead, Josiah say on the end time will be come a woman who try to born a child, but they not let the woman born, and the woman always shout, come to me, I will give you a plan that every water and milk, everything is free in my kingdom. This woman I am, and this is not mean for the mental sick Sodom or boys, that the water is from a genital something. No, it's God's economy plan. All the mental sick people around me who are beach sons just think on Sodom things when they read Josiah 54 and 55, that the water and milk is sexual things. No, it's God's economy plan that in God's kingdom the water are free and just 10% tax, and the people will live good as in Kanal in the beginning. And not I teach them they mental sick Sodoma thinking and point and finish this talking. So this is the second class. Then this is the first class, and now the second class come. The first class 7,000, and they must pay back every month 700 euro in the kassa back, and about the 700 euro they can use electricity, use the traveling train station and such things. Tram is inside, and every Versicherung they not must pay another Versicherung. I don't know what is Versicherung. It's mean when they have an accident, then they can use every hospital and not must pay it, because this are inside every month that they can use hospitals, traveling, everything. And when they have a problem, the state must help them. So the second class is, I wrote it here, is the Arbeiterklasse, the workers' class. Workers' class who not have diploma, but this not mean when they are not study that they not can work. A lot of work exists when you not must study. They drive a taxi or drive something else, and or sitting in a restaurant and make the bills, or as a waiter. They not must use diploma or not must study for this working, but a lot of people want to work even when they not have a diploma, and then they must go to the job center and say, I have no diploma, but I want to work in a state. Please give me a work. I can maybe clean a room, or I can cook in a restaurant or clean the restaurant, and the state must have a computer system where is written that in this committee how many restaurant need a waiter or need a cleaner. And then they send this person without diploma in that restaurant, but just for 4 hours. And for 4 hours, everybody just work 4 hours, not 10 hours. Just for 4 hours, the simply workers become 3,000 euro, 3,000 for 4 hours. And they also not must buy the bills, electricity and water. They not must pay it. Not must pay it. Everything are free. They earn for 4 hours 3,000 euro, and then 300 go back in the kassa. This go back in the kassa, committee kassa, every month. And they can live very good, because when they just work 4 hours, they have time to family or to go out and everything, to celebrate at home a little bit with the family in the garden. Because I see it himself in Israel, everywhere the people work over 10 hours in the sun, over 50 degrees, and feel sick and have sorrow in their heart. God is a good father and not a dictator, slavery man as they kings. They kings never work in the sun by 40 degree. I tell you the truth, when one of the kings must work over 10 hours in 40 degree, they will die next day. And it's a shame what they make. My kingdom and God's wisdom is not a slavery, Egypt slavery that they must 10 hours working and just for a little bit money and pay the boss, pay the bills and work 10 hours and have nothing. What's this? This is a mental system. So this is the second class. Then the third class comes. The third class is who want to be, I don't know what is in English, selbstständig, who want to make a own business. This is mean he not want to go to another people to work in a restaurant or as a taxi chauffeur or somewhere. He has studied and he want to create his own business as a chef. It's mean he have maybe a bookshop or a own shop, a clothes shop as a chef, and he want to open a shop. So this is a private person, private business. Business, it's in German selbstständig. And they go to the job center, they not need help from the job center, please look for me a job in this and this. No, they not need help, just say I am selbstständig, I'm a private businessman and I work in my own shop every day 4 hours, they must work 4 hours minimum, and they become for this also 3,000 euro, but what they sold there, when they sold many books, all these things what they sold in their private shop, this is their own money. So they can earn more as 3,000. Example, he make own pizza shop. He's a chef. He go to the job center, say I have a shop and I make now a pizza shop. I just cook pizza and sold it. And I work in my own shop for 4 hours, so give me every month as a private businessman 3,000. But he sold every month over 10,000 pizza and he earned plus 10,000 euro a month, 10,000 euro a month plus what he sold in his own job from the pizza. So about these things together from the 3,000 what he become, he must pay back 300, and what he sold in a month, from the 10,000 he must pay back 1,000 euro as tax. But it's very good because when he say, okay, I'm a chef and a private person, he not must pay the bills in the shop, he not must pay the water, he not must pay the electricity, and he not must pay the workers. He say to the job center, I'm the businessman, the business class, please give me 10 workers because I want to open at my shop every day, 20 hours, I want to open at my shop 20 hours, even when the law say that every man just can work 4 hours, but they must create it every 4 hours a new class. This means when he want to open it for 20 hours a shop, then he need a day minimum 4 or 5 workers who work there. And the job center sent him the workers from this class who want to work as a waiter there, and the job center registered these workers, and not the private person pay the workers, not the private person. The computer and the central bank print the money for the workers. And not this person must pay the workers, not the shop must pay the bills and everything, that they can make insolvency, koniec, everything the state pay. Everything the state pay. And what's the problem? What's the problem with God's wisdom? Tell me. Tell me, Orban Victor, what's the problem with God's wisdom? I can make every man's rich and a good kingdom, and then they make my name sheet. You are the biggest shame, I tell you the truth. And the fourth class is the pensioner who not work, or social money who have an accident or not want to work because somebody are dead now and they need time and not want to work now because they are too sad. Who not want to work, this is a pensioner, a social money from 1,000 to 3,000. Normal social money who are young but not want to work become 1,000 euro. And just 100 go back in the kassa. A pensioner who work maybe many years become from 1,000 euro to 3,000 euro. It's depend how many years he work, and work he as a beamta for 7,000 with schools. When he work as a beamta for 7,000 with schools, he become 3,000. When not, then he become maybe 2,000 euro when he not have schools. But also here are the electricity, the water, everything are free. And this money what he become here is their own money and not must pay the bills, because today they maybe give money, but over 50% they must pay bills, electricity, this tax, and then they send from this money more as they have back in the state kassa, and they not have money, just a little bit for a little bit bread, and not can travel, not can go in the restaurant, not can buy clothes for themselves. This system what they make now is fantastic poorness system, and I have no time now, and this is working. And here is very important. Here is a very big computer who see from every committee the 10 computers data together how many we have together, how many money, how many workers, how many tax, what turn back in the kassa. He have a big computer, but the money is not by the parliament, the money is always here by this kassa, that the corruption not can be that they can steal the money, but they have on computer the data, how many money are here. This is very important, because when they see the money they steal it. In Hungarian they steal it. So this is the fourth part, and I try to make every day a new part, and it will be maybe over 40 parts, I don't know. I try to translate it correctly, but it maybe will be a little bit more. Thank you.